Hi, I'm Scott Davis, and welcome to New World Birth. By accessing this presentation, you're inviting me to share this information regarding this challenging yet hopeful time we're currently living in. This is the prenatal care for the birth of a new world age for the Gregorian date of March 22nd, 2011, which is One Ahau in the Mayan Tzolkin calendar. One Ahau is sun, the light lord. It represents ascension, honoring our ancestors, enlightenment, flowers, awareness of new opportunities, and awakening to miracles. Ahau is considered to be one of the most sacred days, which is the reason that the Mayan tune calendar completes on 13 Ahau on October 28, 2011. The current 13-day period is about shining light on any uncertainty. I know that the events in the world have removed any uncertainty, that Carl Johan Kalaman's research on the Mayan calendar is exact. One Ahau is time to purify our light, to heal our spirits and Mother Earth. The astrological transits during this 13-day cycle are experiencing a huge opening for new beginnings following the super full moon on the 19th and the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere on the 20th, with the sun merging with Uranus and Aries in the continued opening for new consciousness and the culmination of the karmic crisis. The sky is fairly quiet on the until the 27th, when we enter the first night of the ninth wave on the tune calendar, which is about germination that activates the seeds of consciousness. On the 28th, we'll have the final Jupiter-Saturn opposition, which creates tension between the need to be expansive and assertive, which is Jupiter and Aries, and the reality of our responsibility to others, Saturn in Libra. On that day, we have the Sun in a challenging square to Pluto in Capricorn, which intensifies and focuses power, which resonates with the first night, which has a quality of creating a reaction to the consciousness of the first day. Then on the 30th, Mercury turns retrograde in Aries until April 23rd. So plan to be patient with communication, travel, technology. This Trecena report ends on April 3rd when we have the Aries new moon with the Sun, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus all in the sign of aggressive new beginnings and leaps of faith. Breaking free of old patterns and beliefs as it leads us into the next Trecena, where I'll do a report on April 4th. At the time of this report, which is March 22nd, we're currently in the first day of the ninth wave of the Univesal cycle, which is about planting seeds. And I received some communications about planting the seeds of co-creation through unity consciousness. And since we have time before the beginning of the first night, which is on March 27th, I thought I'd address the question of planting with the intention to benefit the all, or with the intention for personal growth. And I personally believe that a vital person vitalizes others. So even if you're planting your personal seed for a purpose in your life, you're also planting a seed in universal consciousness. In India, they have two words for consciousness. Brahman is consciousness of the all, and Atman is consciousness of the individual. And let's just kind of say that, I think the story comes from the Upanishads, that the ocean is Brahman. And if you take a container and you fill it up with some ocean water, that would be Atman. But whether it's in the container or in the ocean, it's still ocean water. And the container is just a construct to help our mind to deal with something that is really truly beyond mind. So my answer is, by planting for the all, a seed is planted in the one as well, and for planting for yourself, you're also planting for the all. So no matter what you're doing, you really can't go wrong. Sort of the same idea, but from a scientific perspective. If you look at entanglement theory, let's say you have two electrons that are created at the same time, so they're considered to be entangled, and you put them at opposite ends of the universe. Well, if something happens to one of those electrons, the other electron has the same response. Okay, and so if we think about that, before the Big Bang, everything was one. So any act, whether it's directed at the universe or at the individual, is ultimately the same. And I was thinking about it, and I remember thinking about the beginning of the ninth wave, and it was like the experience of being at the top of a roller coaster, and sort of that point of where you have an anticipation, and then all of a sudden the realization that there's no going back. We're now committed to the ride. And when I look at world events, it becomes clear that when everything is accelerating 20 times faster, it also means the wounding is 20 times as dense. But so that also must mean that the healing would be 20 times as dense. And I thought about this, and I think that to heal more quickly, we need to accept whatever is happening around us, but with sort of the lens of unity consciousness and trying not to take it personally. So if you're struggling with this energy, and I know this energy is intense, remember that this period of time will only last another 221 days. And if you're expanding with this energy and you like it and all that, for you, I want you to know this period will only last another 221 days. So basically, it's going to be like this until October 28th, and then October 29th, it's going to be different. I believe at this time we can heal at an accelerated pace, and we need to start by releasing our old wounds. I don't think we can really afford the luxury of not healing our past. And the Mayan tune calendar is like a long trek over extensive terrain. And we are now in sight of the finish line, so it's time to drop our baggage and sprint to that final peak. And to do that, I believe we need to forgive everything and everybody, and most importantly, ourselves. It's not about what happened to the past. It's about what we need to be successful right now. Okay, all that aside, I'm still offering the audio of my most recent presentation that I did back on the 6th, which is basically an hour-long audio, and it hits on all of the 13 stages of the Univesal cycle, and it also brings in the astrological information. And if you're interested in getting that file, just send me an email to newworldbirth@yahoo.com. Let's see, the next prenatal care for the birth of the new world age will be for April 4th. I believe that's going to be for one read in the Tzolkin. And basically, thanks for following this on YouTube or on the Facebook page. And I believe they're going to start putting it up on the Tree of Life Celebration .com YouTube page and website and all that, which is awesome. I love those folks. You're always invited to send me an email at newworldbirth@yahoo.com, just all one word. So anyway, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.